Tagalog and Akula. Welcome to the Echoes of History podcast. Today we are going to explore and learn what happened during September of 1918.
We are Nicholas,
Jonah,
and Glennis.
We are going to be looking into the story of the Spanish flu.
This crucial moment in history changed the course of how it changed the way people lived during 1918. People had to quarantine themselves because there was no vaccination or medicine to cure the flu.
Also, people that did not use masks were shot, and the rates of homicide and suicide skyrocketed during that pandemic. Many people have died from this flu and killed about 500,000 plus people in the United States.
The flu spread in 3 waves. The first wave was in the spring of 1918. The second was and the most deadliest from September 1918 to January 1919. And the third from February 1919 through the end of the year. The first 2 waves were intensified by the final year of World War I.
What caused the Spanish flu? What countries were affected by this flu? Did they do anything about it?
To understand the Spanish flu, we need to go back in September of 1918. At this time, people had to use masks every time they went outside, and if they didn't, they would be shot to death, and also violence erupted in some areas.
The pandemic intensity increased the salience of the public health, prompting voters to reward parties signaling competence in health issues.
The decline in economic activity combined with elevated inflation resulted in large declines in real returns on stocks and short-term government bonds.
In the year 1918, the Spanish flu epidemic took place originally from the United States. As shipping went back and forth, they took the flu with it, where it originated, and it started to spread throughout the world.
This flu epidemic was cruel to everyone because it killed more than 1/5 of the world's population, which is 50 million people during that time.
Also, it was crucial to the war that was happening at the time, and the Spanish flu shortened the war.
The aftermath of the Spanish flu had a lasting impact on the world from 1918. This was by far the worst pandemic of modern history.
The flu affected about 500 million people globally, and 50 million people died due to the deadly flu. The flu stopped the World War I on November 11, 1918. The U.S. lost 675,000 people to the Spanish flu.
So to recap, the Spanish flu was a turning point because it caused 500 million to get infected with the flu. Also caused many deaths around the world.
This flu wiped out some villages here in Alaska, and others lost most of their adult population. This event caused the war to slow down due to the flu.
Even the people that were in the cities and villages were being killed if they weren't using a mask in public.
What do you think would happen if the Spanish flu had never taken place?
History would have looked far more different today because World War I would not end early.
There wouldn't be that many casualties in the United States during the war. Also, there would not be 50 million people dying during 1918 and 1919.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe to the Echoes of History podcast for more deep dives into history. Feel free to share your thoughts with us on YouTube.
Until the next time, keep exploring the past to understand the present.